Greetings YouTube, my name is Christopher Eyes on Overlip and welcome to my channel. I just got back from seeing the Dark Tower earlier today. Today is, excuse me, Friday, August 4th, 2017. What time is it? 10:23. Excuse me, PM. I'm let's playing right now. Well, I took a break. I'm kind of just lollygagging or wasting time. But took a brief break from let's playing just for a second, just to review these controllers. No one has reviewed these controllers, I don't think, on YouTube. I don't think no one has. The catz controllers. Like I said before, I am terrible at reviewing stuff. I'm the worst person you would ever want to review something for you. I'm the worst person that I would ever want to review something, but I guess no one's going to do it if I don't do it, at least not anytime soon. But anyways, my favorite team is Buffalo Bills, but as far as controllers go, I don't really care. The catz controllers. The first catz controller I ever received was from my old roommate, and he was kind of a messy guy, or yeah, just messy, and he gave me the Fantastic Four edition. I love that controller. These controllers, it was the same model as this, the same shape and everything. It just had Mr. Fantastic on the front. And these controllers are hard, they're durable. The rubber feels good in your hands. That's what she said. It is a sturdy controller. And when I used to play FIFA, I used to play FIFA all the time for the PlayStation 2. I noticed that sometimes in that game, well, I guess that's the only game that ever made me grip the controller. And it's nice to have a strong controller, that won't, like, creak or whatever. Because I had one or two PS2 controllers that I had them for so long that, like, sometimes when I squeeze them, you can hear them creak. But what else? The start buttons. Well, let's see. They're not really a good controller to get sweaty or to get grime on. Like, my hands sweat sometimes when I'm hot, or when I'm hot enough for my hands to sweat. They leave just about as much grime as any other controller. Sometimes if it gets too bad, it'll be in the seams as well. Much like the PS2 controller. I've had this bad boy for a long time, and you can see I didn't bother cleaning it out, but that's there. Are they better than the original PS2 controllers? No, but they're a good alternative. I mean, like, not alternative, like a good backup or a good primary. I would probably use them for a primary controller and leave the PS2 controllers for backups. I'll get to that in a second. But the material is nice. They have a lot of different teams you can choose from. I found a lot of these bad boys online, brand new. Amazon has a few of them. I bought this one right here, brand new, for like $5 and free shipping. But the seller wrapped the cord around the controller, which I hate. And the good thing about this part is hard. I don't know why. I'm guessing maybe it's a hint to tell people, don't wrap your cord around your controller. I don't know why catz did that. It's probably my favorite item by catz. I have 3 of these. Those 2, and I have a Houston Rockets controller. You can't really see it. And oh well. But please excuse the quality of this video. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. But they're good controllers. They last long. Now back to the first controller that my friend ever gave me. The first catz controller. He gave me that controller, and I used it quite a lot. I used it as my primary controller for a while. And after a while, the first thing that started to happen was the start button. See how they're on top? I'm guessing because, at least me, I use start more than select when I play games. After a while, the start button, this button would start to get stuck inside the controller. And it would make it, hard to pause and unpause games. I could still do it, but it got to the point where I could barely pause the game anymore. That's why I said it may not be a good primary controller. I mean, if you want like a new experience or whatever, or just to have some neat controllers, or some some controllers that feel pretty nice, they're good for that. But you may want to keep this as your primary and use the original PS2 as your standard controllers, because I think they last longer. I'll get to that in a second as well. The second thing that happened to the first controller, the first Mad Catz controller my friend gave me, was the X button started to get really, really sensitive. To where, like, it was just overly sensitive. Like I press it once, it'd do like 2 or 3 different things, or it would register or give, like, whatever. So that's why I have so many of them. The controller, my first Mad Catz controller, it did last me about, I'd say about 3 years at least 3.5 years before it gave out. That's why I have 5 of them. So that's probably the only flaw that I found. I'm not saying that that's the only flaw there is. That's the only flaw that I've found so far. But I do love these controllers. That's why I bought 5 of them. Or I have 3. I ordered 2 more on eBay. And I have about 2 PS2 controllers, 2 backups. I want to buy 2 more. And yeah, that's the only things you have to worry about. Like this controller right here that I bought. This this one, the start button is already sort of mushed in a little bit. That's why I'm using this one first. Wow, excuse me. Sorry about that. But that's why I'm using that one first, because I'm already starting to notice the problem. I mean, when I start and pause the game, everything works fine. But I know after a few years, it's going to start getting unresponsive and unresponsive and unresponsive. But it's okay. But I love these controllers. They're very, very tough. They're good. The only compared to the PS2 controllers, I think the PS2 controllers last a little longer, because I've had this controller right here for like at least 6 years. It works just fine. The only thing I've noticed, and mind you, this is given to me new, this controller, but I think excuse me. The main thing I noticed is that by me playing a lot of games, I don't know, but I play a lot of first-person shooters. I play a lot of games where you have to hold the left stick forward. So what happens is, after a while, the controller, the nub, sometimes the innards of it will get stuck in the forward position. And when I turn the game on, it'll just be stuck in that position. I ignored it for a while, but after like another year or so, the right controller or the right thumbstick did that. And I'd say that's pretty good. Compared to the Mad Catz controller, they make a really tiny mini one that I don't like. I don't like the mini one. I like this size right here. But yeah, compared to the Mad Catz controller, I think, of course, the PS2 controller lasts longer. I guess it all depends on how often and how well you take how often you use it and how well you take care of it. But yeah, they're a good alternative. And the only things I've noticed with this one is that the forward, or I mean the left and right control sticks sometimes get stuck in positions that you don't want them stuck in. But that's only happened to me. Maybe that's not happened to no one else. But I play a lot of games, and I love the PS2. So Mad Catz controller, I'd probably give it, out of 5, I'd probably give it maybe a 3.5. I mean, if you take good care of it, and if you're not a gaming fanatic like I am, it'll probably last you even longer. But since I do a lot of gaming and a lot of Let's Playing, I like them. But 3 out of 5. They're very good. They're very comfortable, and it's nice to try something different, especially if you're a PlayStation 2 enthusiast like myself. But anyway, that's my review. I know it was terrible. See you guys later.